Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today's March 12th, and right now we are looking at the mid-level water vapor loop. You can see the closed low that was moving through yesterday, now pivoting across New Mexico and our frontal system, our much anticipated storm rolling towards the coastline. It's starting some precipitation already. The bulk of the rainfall is back here, though, and that's just now approaching northwest California, be moving down across the Bay Area, Central Coast, and into Southern California over the next day to 2 days, and we'll be taking a look at that activity here as well. A lot of mountain snow incoming here, some big waves and some very heavy rainfall and some flooding potential. Now let's take a look here, a closer view of things here. I'm going to stop this right at the end of the loop there, and you see the precipitation just now starting for some of northern California there, and you see all this cold air behind the system as well. It's going to keep that thunderstorm threat going all the way on in through the day tomorrow, and as this frontal system rolls down, it's going to have some very heavy precipitation, especially across Southern California. We've got excessive rainfall outlooks upgraded to slight here across some of the region. Now, looking at this is our next system. We're looking at tropopause potential temperature. You see the warm, moist subtropical air here, the polar lobe taking a swing, powerful frontal system across California. Inside slider slides by and keeps some precipitation going through Friday, and then maybe another system as we go on in towards the end of the weekend and on in through early next week. We'll be watching that one closely to see just how dynamic that storm is going to be. Still some mild discrepancy on the strength of that one. And looking at lightning strike density here over the last 24 hours, you see some off the coastal waters there, Southern California, across some of the desert areas, western Arizona there. And that, again, this is over the last 24 hours. Now, something interesting that the National Weather Service does, we've got this Aviation Weather Center that does all kinds of cool stuff here. You can look at all these observations and whatnot. And all this base data is collected by the National Weather Service. All those weather apps you use are meaningless without the National Weather Service. Is the underlying, they gather all this data. And so they're launching balloons, and they've got METARs and satellite imagery, and they do watches and warnings and advisory that none of those smartphone apps it can do without the National Weather Service. It's going to drive it home the point, the benefit of having the National Weather Service around. Once we start to degrade those systems there, it affects our weather models and everything. And you think, oh, we'll just use the European, but the European uses the same data. If you're not launching balloons in the USA, the European doesn't get that data either, and it'll affect weather models across the planets here. So just something to keep in the back of your mind. So anyway, taking a look at heavy snow here, Sacramento, California, updated this morning. You can see the winter storm warnings are in pink, some winter weather advisories in purple there. Look at this, 1 to 3 feet, up to 4 feet over the peaks, wind gusting 65 plus across some of the higher terrain. Shasta County mountains, coastal range above 3,000 feet, 4 to 12, 2 feet at the highest peaks, and gusty winds. Again, it's difficult travel here as you go through the day today and tomorrow. Hopefully you got your traveling done, or if you're doing so, you're doing it right now before the bulk of that frontal system arrives as we go through the day today. And this is for today, tomorrow, Thursday, and then you can kind of see we have that next system potentially rolling in the early portion of next week. We'll be watching that one over the next few days. So we got wind advisories all over the place. We got high wind warnings out right now, and you can again see the high winter storm warnings out there. Expected rainfall here as we go through Thursday, and then go to thunderstorm chances here across the region. This is Wednesday, and then Thursday on the right also. Now, Southern California, it looks like a fruitcake. You got high surf advisories, you got flood watches out, you got winter storm warnings and wind advisories. This frontal system is going to pack a punch as we go through tonight. Sorry about the alert there. But taking a look here at the winter storm watch, so heavy snow possible 12 to 24 inches above 6,500 feet, 6 to 12, 55 to 7,000, 1 to 5, 4,000 to 5,500 feet, and up to an inch as low as 3,000 feet, even across the Southern California mountains. Winds could gust as high as 58 miles per hour. This is from 4 p.m. this afternoon through 5 a.m. on Saturday. So difficult travel. Hopefully you're doing your travel before this frontal system arrives. Now, this is Reno National Weather Service, which does include a lot of the east slopes of the Sierra Nevadas and some of the Sierra Nevada as well. Heavy snow expected, very difficult to impossible travel, and the very gusty winds. And also National Weather Service Reno talking about the backcountry avalanche watch all the way until 6 a.m. Thursday, March 13th. Watch out for that high avalanche danger, Greater Lake Tahoe area. Now, 18,000 feet, 500 millibars. There's the closed low yesterday. This is our frontal system. Looks like a bowling ball swinging across California, packing a punch. There's the inside slider there. Keep some of that precipitation going for some of the region as we go through Friday. A little bit of a ridge, but then the next system quickly bearing down on California. Again, we'll be watching that over the next few days. And then as we go through the extended forecast, who knows what's going to come there, but we're looking a little bit far out. We'll worry about that later. Day 1 excessive rainfall outlook. You can see the slight risk there for Southern California. That is day 1, and this goes all the way on into Thursday morning, and then day 2, Thursday morning through Friday morning, still slight risk up for some of Southern California as well. So let's look at the timing on this. And again, this is as we go through the morning right there. Again, you can see the rainfall occurring, some light rain out in front of the main frontal system as we go through the day today. And then as we go through the overnight hours into early tomorrow morning, we really start to bring some potent precipitation and quickly dropping a lot of rainfall across Southern California. And then you see we get another shot of precipitation there as we're going through the day Friday. And again, mountain snow off and on all the way on in through Saturday morning shown there before we wrap that up. And then we bring that next system as we start to scroll towards the end of the weekend and through the early portion of next week. Now, looking at the HRRR, this is composite reflectivity. So this is much more high resolution. And you can see as we're going through the day to day, this is about 1, 2, 3. Look at this narrow cold frontal rain band dropping down across the Bay Area. Again, fast and furious rainfall associated with that all the way down the Central Coast, Point Conception by about, what is that? You're looking about 8 p.m. right there, 9, 10, 11, midnight, 1, 2, 3 in the morning. Look again at some of these narrow cold frontal rain bands moving down across the region, and additional rounds of moderate heavy precipitation right behind that as well. Very cold air aloft, thunderstorm potential as we go on in through the day Thursday as well. What a potent storm system. And if we look at lightning flash density potential, I'll scroll through this and you can kind of see that potential again as we go through the day on Thursday. So maximum individual wave heights, as you can imagine with these frontal systems, we've got this increased wave action here as we go towards the end of the week and on in through the weekend. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. If you're headed out towards the coastal areas, make sure to check the forecast before you go for your individual location. For example, Southern California, another great product the National Weather Service does put out, rip current risk is high on Thursday, 4 to 7 feet surf height, thunderstorm potential, slight chance. So watch out for that. They even tell you the swell, they give you the tides, all kinds of good information there. And now total snow share ratio in inches. This is the high resolution model. You can see this snow is flying as you go through the day, the afternoon especially, and then through tonight, piling it up, road closures, chain controls, big time delays, all the way on in through Thursday. Showery weather continues on Thursday, no doubt adding to some of that snowfall there as well. And this wraps up at 22Z on a Thursday. So that's about, 3 p.m. But yeah, a lot of snow incoming for the higher terrain. And windy as well with the frontal system. You can clearly see where the front is associated here. There's about noon today, 1, 2, 3 p.m., 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, midnight, rolling down across Southern California out of the south. Gusty winds all the way up across the higher terrain into Nevada, peninsular range. Watch out if you're driving across the desert areas tomorrow as well. And then you can see some of the windy conditions associated with these showers as we go on in through the day tomorrow. And there's the 6 to 10 day, should be no surprise, 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. And yeah, fun stuff there. I am on Blue Sky as well. If you guys want to check that out, I'm Seattle Weather Guy on Blue Sky and on X. So go ahead and check that out if you would. And yeah, a Kilauea out there erupting again. I've been thinking about going back out there. I spent some time there at the end of December watching the volcano erupt. Very fun stuff. But anyway, so what else? We will break it all down again tomorrow. Hopefully you guys are prepared for this frontal system. It's going to pack a punch, and here it comes. It's on its way. But anyway, we'll do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.